Good evening. Please stand and remain standing while the graduates enter the stadium. Continue to stand once the graduates have taken their places. Daryl Davis will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
Dihi Wintun Nation and Yuka Dihi Wintun Nation. The Patwin people have remained committed to the stewardship of this land over many centuries. It has been cherished and protected as elders have instructed the young through generations. We are honored and grateful to be here today on their traditional lands. At this time, I would like to recognize and thank our Board of Trustees. We have several of them here with us tonight. President, there you are, Rogelio Villagrana. Our Vice President, who's not able to be with us this evening, Deborah Batista Zavala. Noel J. Rodriguez Clerk. Bibiana Garcia, a member who is also not here with us tonight, but is also a very much big supporter of Adult Ed. Candace Richardson Fowler is here with us. Thank you, Candace. Emily McDonald, I would like to recognize and thank her as well. And then also with us, Sandra Mott. Thank you to all of you for being here this evening. I truly appreciate it. I would also like to give a special thank you to our amazing superintendent, Elodia Ortega Lampkin. Elodia sends her best regards and congratulations to all. Regrettably, she is not able to be with us as she is out of town attending the funeral of a family member. But Elodia and her family are in our positive thoughts and prayers this evening, and I know that she is very proud of all of our graduates. I truly appreciate all of you, and I would also like to extend a great thank you to Maria Orozco, our Director of Equity and Access, and to Lori Carrillo, our Director of College and Career Readiness. Thank you so much, ladies, for all that you do for all of us. We appreciate you. Also, so many thank yous tonight, but thank you to Sandy Reese and Kim Maliski of Pioneer High School. Sandy is the principal and Kim is the VP. They have been so gracious, and we appreciate their hospitality for hosting us here this evening. I would also like to say thank you to Eric Dyer of Woodland High School and his horticulture class. The beautiful arrangements that you see on each side of the stage were provided by those students, and I think they did a great job. It's always good to see student work on display. Thank you to Alejandro Gutierrez. He's down here on my left. He is from ALS. He's providing our sound and lights this evening. And I also want to say that tonight's ceremony would not be possible without the wonderful, dedicated staff at Woodland Adult Education. This talented group of people are the heart and soul of all that we do. It is my pleasure to introduce my teaching staff. Many of them are here this evening. Noreen Ashgar, Cece Dracia, Brenda Harris, Tracy Kitts, Pam Landerman, Ruth Liu, Nina Locker, Julie Mast, Lisa Patterson, Heidi Paw Wines, Joshua Speaks, Stan Thomas, and Dean Yamasaki. Thank you to all of you. And I would be remiss if I did not say thank you so much to our wonderful classified staff. We could not do what we do without them. I'd like to introduce my wonderful staff to you. Carmen Arriaga, Dora Franco, Eric Banuelos, Erica Zarate, Lena Yamasaki, Luis Santos, Ophelia Martinez, and Rachel Seguero. And lastly, thank you to our Vice Principal, Doug Criddle. We have a dedicated team at Woodland Adult Education. Thank you, everyone. To our graduates, I commend you and I recognize your hard work. Reaching this milestone was not easy. Each of you had your own individual journey and reason for wanting to earn your high school diploma or your high school equivalency. You came to Woodland Adult Education having experienced setbacks and obstacles both personally and academically, yet you were able to look beyond these barriers and focus on your goals. Many of you simply needed an alternate pathway to achieve success. We are a unique school. I think all of you can attest to that. So many of you shared that you've never been to a school like this. You love the teachers, the relationships that you have with your teachers. I'm especially proud that Woodland Adult Education is here for our students like you who simply needed a second chance. Tonight, we're celebrating students who transitioned from our English as a Second Language program into our high school diploma program. Students who have been out of school for over 10 years. Back. Students who have stopped and started coursework more times than they care to admit or remember, and students who did not let age or circumstances stand in their way. As I reflect on the students of the graduating class of 23, I am reminded of one of my favorite quotes by the late American author, poet, and civil rights activist, Maya Angelou, and I wanted to share her words with you. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. Please remember that your difficulties do not define you. They simply strengthen your ability to overcome. Many of you have truly transformed your lives, oftentimes against seemingly impossible odds. You've shared your stories with many of us, and we know this to be true. So again, I congratulate you on this amazing accomplishment. You are not defeated. You yourself decided that it was time for a change. You and you alone had the courage and the resiliency to do something about it. You overcame your difficulties, you defied the odds in your own lives, and now all of you are stronger because of it. As you move on to the next chapter in your lives, I encourage you to continue to defy the odds that may come against you. I encourage you to continue to pursue your goals and dreams and work hard to achieve them. Never stop believing in yourself and never stop believing in your abilities. Always remember that you are remarkable individuals, and your teachers and I want you to know that we are tremendously proud of you. Everyone, if you'd please give our students a round of applause. This is the moment in our ceremony that I think everybody looks forward to the most. I know I do, our teachers do, and I've heard district staff and even trustees say, this is why we come to this ceremony. So we are to that point where you are going to hear from our student speakers as they share about their personal journeys. So I am pleased to introduce our first speaker, Kateri Garcia. Kateri, if you would please come to the stage.
Hi, my name is Kateri Garcia, and today I would like to tell you a little bit of my story. I am 22 years old with two baby girls, Esperanza and Isabela, and every time I told myself I want to graduate before they're born, but for some reason I seem to not get it together and not do it, but I'm finally here and I'm finally doing it. And I honestly wouldn't be able to do it if it wouldn't been for them. They were my biggest motivation. And everything I do is for them. I just want to make them proud. And I want to thank the staff, the adult ed staff, for helping me and always reminding me that I'm so close, and I'm so close to doing it. Don't give up. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be standing here, but thanks to Nina and Eric, Laureen, they were there the most for me. And I can't thank the school enough for helping me achieve this goal that I've been wanting to achieve so I can take a bigger step onto my life and making my family proud. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all for being here. And we did it, guys.
Our next speaker is Rebecca Guerrero. Rebecca, if you would please come to the stage.
Hello and good evening. I appreciate being invited to say a few words tonight. I would like to say thank you to Woodland Adult Education, in particular to my teacher, Julie, for being a great, encouraging mentor. I will miss our weekly meetings. Thank you. I've learned that throughout life, we face challenges. Everyone's challenge is different and unique. Unfortunately, my challenges led me to lose focus in high school, where I ended up as a young adult with a job instead of the goal of graduating high school. A goal I didn't reach, a regret I always carried. Until tonight, I actually, when I didn't graduate, I actually got a job here in Woodland at Rayleigh's. I worked at Rayleigh's for many years. After I became a single mom and having to be the sole provider for my kids, I knew I had to step it up. I started picking up lots of overtime and shifts at Rayleigh's in different locations. I eventually earned enough to open an automotive repair business in March of 2014. After a couple years of opening up my shop, I was able to resign from Rayleigh's. I wanted to continue my education so I can someday pursue a degree. But I know in order to fulfill that dream, I would need to get a GED or a high school diploma. After thinking about that far a bit and then a regret of not reaching my goal for high school, I decided to get my diploma instead of my GED. I was going back to high school to get my diploma, and tonight I got it. We got it, class of 2023. This is an educational achievement for all of us, an achievement I've always desired, and tonight I'm pleased to tell you that the achievement has been accomplished. It's never too late to accomplish your educational goals. So whatever your goals are, go after it. Whatever it takes, time will pass quickly. Make good use of time by achieving your goals. Thank you again, Woodland Adult Education, for the opportunity of me getting my high school diploma. Thank you to my family and my kids for being here to support me tonight. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Our next student speaker is Alan Hose. Alan, if you will please come to the stage.
Hello, my name is Alan Hose, and I would like to thank my friends and family and everyone at Adult Education for making this day possible. I could not have done it without them. I'm grateful I had the opportunity to be here today with everyone. I didn't expect it to be easy, but I'm glad I stuck to it. I hope you all have a wonderful graduation ceremony. Thank you. Thank you.
Our next student speaker is Sandy Marquez Sandoval. And while Cindy's coming to the stage, I'd like to share something with you. This is proof of the success that students at Adult Ed have. All of this in front of you is proof. But Cindy transitioned from our ESL program. She started in level 3, went to level 4, and then earned her GED. So amazing things happen in Adult Ed. And as you're hearing by our student speeches, that our students are exemplary and they do great things. Cindy?
My name is Cindy Marquez Sandoval. I have been asked to share my journey with you. I came to United States 4 years ago from Mexico. I was excited to come here, but when I got here, things were so different from home. Because I didn't speak the language, I didn't know how to drive. And the only people in Woodland were my husband and my family. During my first 2 years here, it was homesick because for me it was being so hard, separate from my family. After a few months living here, I signed up for ES class. I dropped it off because I didn't understand the teachers, and it was overwhelming. I was reading my bag to go into school and going to work, but sometimes the weather didn't help me too much. Always I have an excuse and my mom because my limits were here. Then I got a job carrying small babies in a daycare, and the job was 2 blocks away from home. I didn't know how to drive, so it was option for me in that time. But one day I realized this kind of joy wasn't for me. I'm from a rural community, and most of the families in my hometown have only 1 car. Women don't usually drive, and after that I practiced my driver's license and I got my independent. Then I got a better job with good pays and good benefits. It made me feel more independent. In that place, I met people who became my new family. I'm blessed to having them. But one day, unfortunately, I got an injury at my job. I could no longer continue working there. And when I did, I decided to come back to school. But this time will be different because I have goals to achieve this time. I wouldn't have excuses anymore because I know how to drive and I have the time to go. In July of the last year, I came back to the Woodland Adult Education and I set the goal of passing my GED and get my citizenship. I was taking SL class in the mornings 5 days a week. In this program, there have been so many people who have pointed me in the right direction and let me know the resources are available to me. Then, I started the literacy program at the Woodland Library and gained more confidence. I found good friends and more resources that helped me on my journey. I would study at home every day and forget my GED. If my husband wanted me to come watch a movie with him, I would tell him, no, I have to study. I'm not sure it was very more fun, but I was motivated. I feel so proud of myself. The best gift that you can give you to yourself is your goals and do things to get better in life. One night, I wasn't really in bed, and that day I really decided to rest and not study. But one voice in my head told me, yeah, I'm not crazy. Cindy, there is no way you can pass your exam if you don't study. And I got up and I went to study and see if there are appointments available in the next days in Woodland because in that time I didn't drive the freeway. The only city I usually drive was Woodland. I didn't know how to drive freeways and other big cities. So I found only one appointment was offering the next morning in Airwork. My first time driving in a crowded freeway and a strange city. But I have to tell you, it was freaking me out all the way. Like, please God, I need to arrive safe. And then when I arrived home, I received a notification about the test. It said, congratulations, you passed your social study exam. And I started to cry because this time were no limits in my were no limits and fears in my hair. They were locked. After that, I knew I would be able to pass my last two exams. In Mexico, we call to this country the American dream or the country of the opportunities. Yeah, there is correct. There is a country of opportunities, but we must work hard to get in them. If you want to get English as your second language, there are adult education programs like this school has. Two types of class to attend in. We can take it in the mornings or evenings. It is free. We don't have to pay anything. The only things we must put is our time. This school is amazing. I learned a lot of things and thank you for it. I haven't reached my goal of my citizenship yet, but I have an interview set for this month and I am full. I have a new job and I'm taking class about real estate and get my license. This has been a long journey for me. Along the way, I have met many people who have helped me and support me, and I have to learn the importance of the gratitude. I want to thank you to my husband, my family, my teachers, Tracy, Brenda, Gina, everything staff from the Woodland Adult Program. They were amazing with me. Thank you. And finally, I learned that perseverance is the key to success. There were times I want to give up, but I just have to keep on pushing forward. No, now I have new goals. Yeah, I know what I need to achieve them. Thank you.
And our last student speaker this evening is Daryl Davis. Daryl, if you would please come to the stage.
Thank you to everyone here for making this year mean everything. I am honored to be here this evening to celebrate the achievement of the graduate of Woodland Adult School class of 2023. Completing the high school program is a great achievement because it requires commitment, courage, and busy days of finishing homework. There was time we wanted to do other things, but instead, we studied and completed coursework because education moves us towards our professional goals. To everyone that participated in the high school program, congratulations on your accomplishment. And we also celebrate our classmates who have not yet passed all their subjects, but will continue on and reach the goal as well. I was born the youngest child. My mother and father both had professional jobs. I was the only child who did not graduate high school. I remember waking up one morning saying to myself, it is time. There was a deep passion that came over me to finish 12th grade and graduate. Yes, I felt shame not graduating. I would not talk about it. When asked, I would say, I finished. What a big lie. In 2021, at the age of 63, I made the call to the Woodland Adult Education. That call changed my life. I was full of self-doubt that I couldn't finish high school at my age. But I enrolled in the program. I remember walking into the classroom building with my heart pounding. I asked the young lady at the desk, where's this high school class? No more lies. I will end with a couple quotes. The first one is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. And the second quote is, the road to success is not straight. There's a curve called failure, a loop called confusion, speed bump called friends, red lights called enemies, and caution lights called family. You will have flat tires called jobs. But if you have a spare called determination, an engine called perseverance, insurance called faith, a driver called Jesus, you will make it to a place called success. Thank you all. Good luck in your future. Thank you, Nina and Noreen. Good luck. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Okay, so I told you this is the best part of the ceremony, right? I love this. I'm kind of emotional again, so forgive me. But thank you, students. I know it's a little bit scary to stand up here, so I admire you. I honor you. Thank you for sharing your truth and your story with all of us. It is so important. We are all here because others help us and support us. And I would like to say thank you to you. Again, thank you to all of my staff. Also, thank you to Karas, our Associate Superintendent of Ed Services. And I know it will embarrass him, but I want to say thank you to my husband, who is my biggest supporter. He's sitting over there looking like FBI. He's my biggest supporter and champion. So we all have people. Daryl gave that quote of people in our lives who help us. Everybody is here because someone lifted us up and helped us. And I am so grateful to be your principal and to be able to stand up here and have this wonderful, wonderful ceremony with you. So we're getting to the really good part. Not that that last wasn't great. But again, I want to say thank you, students, for sharing your inspirational stories with us this evening. You did not let your difficulties define you, and you were truly able to overcome. Our speakers and all of our graduates embody our school's motto that it's never too late. I don't know, maybe back there, at the bottom of this screen, it says it's never too late. You heard some of our students reference that. Always remember, it's not too late. Never give up on your dreams and never stop striving to achieve your goals. At this point in our ceremony, we are going to have the presentation of our Helen Nash Scholarship Awards. Dean Yamasaki, Secondary Department Chair, and Eric Banuelos, Adult Education Workforce Specialist, are two members of our scholarship committee. Eric and Dean, will you please come to the microphones? And students, when your name is called, and this is a surprise this year, we did not let students know in advance, so I hope that you are genuinely surprised. So when your name is called, please come and accept your awards. Thank you, Dean and Eric.
Scholarship, which is a recipient of a $1,000 scholarship, is Chai Vu.
All right, our second recipient of a $1,500 scholarship is Bianca Reynoso.
People, this is dedication, but Bianca is due to have a little one anytime, but she came to graduation this evening. Thank you, Bianca.
Our next recipient is a recipient of a $2,000 scholarship, and that's Stephanie Garcia.
All right, the next recipient is Ramona Ariano, $2,500 scholarship. Congratulations.
And our last recipient is the recipient of a $3,000 scholarship, and that is Rebecca Guerrero.
Thank you, Dean and Eric, and congratulations, students. In case you were not tallying that amount, that is $10,000 worth of scholarships. Congratulations to all of our award recipients. This is the Helen Nash Memorial Award. You can learn more about Helen and her life and legacy in our commencement program. May I please have Brenda Harris and Stan Thomas come to the microphones, because we've arrived at that point in our ceremony this evening for the presentation of diplomas and the declaration of graduate status. To all of our guests, I do ask that after students are declared graduates and they begin the recessional, please don't merge onto the field, and please exit your seats in an orderly fashion, row by row. You're welcome to wait for your graduates at this gate. There will be plenty of opportunities for photos. We have a beautiful banner here, and many of you saw our banner at this far end at the gate where you came in. Please feel free to take as many photos as you would like. So, Brenda and Stan, I will turn it over to you.
Ramona Cristina Arellano.
Cosme L. Klein.
Maria Victoria Barajas.
Contrita Lithasak.
Joanna Lopez Chavez.
Jose E. Morales Mora.
Daryl W. Davis. Great speech.
Connie Nino.
Elijah Josiah de Sosa.
Raquel Hernandez Perez.
Stephanie Garcia.
Bianca Jasmine Reynoso.
Rebecca Guerrero.
Guy Michael Romo.
Lilia Arona Hernandez.
Kateri Daniela Garcia Ruiz.
Alan Markel Hose.
Cindy Marquez Sandoval. Nathaniel Alexander Seeley. Alexis Delgado Velasquez. Chai Vu.
Well, everyone, I hope this evening has blessed you. You've heard some wonderful stories. You've seen our students. I think this is just such an uplifting, emotional, inspirational ceremony. I think it's a great way to kick off graduation season at the Woodland Joint Unified High School District. I'm sorry, Woodland Joint Unified School District. Sorry about that, everybody. Now, my graduates, please stand. Woo! Graduates of the class of 2023, signifying your new status as a high school graduate, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Loved ones, friends, family members, staff, colleagues, it is my privilege, absolute privilege, to present to you Woodland Adult Education's graduating class of 2023. Congratulations! I love this.